Hello, what is going on, YouTube fam? What is poppin'? This is J Money here, and we are going over a new deck. This is going to be, I think it's safe to call this Danger Thunder Dragon 2.0, because of just how explosive it is and how much it can play through. Now, can't really call it Danger Thunder because there's like what 6 or 7 dangers, but there's more chaos related stuff in here than Thunder Dragon, so Chaos Thunder will probably be the appropriate name, but I still think it's like Danger 2.0. Now this deck is really meant for going second. It's going first options. You can explode and do all this other stuff, but all this explosive stuff is really meant to break boards and go passings rather than make boards, because a lot of the tools that are in the deck are meant for that. It is meant for breaking boards, so there isn't many board making tools. So but there is one thing you can do, and that's if your opponent knows that this is a go second based deck and they make you go first, game 2 they have knowledge of. That means you have knowledge of what they're playing, and if it's a deck like Virtual World or Salamangreat or anything that more heavily leans towards one type over the other, then you can go for the Arch Nemesis and call that type with a repro, because we are playing repro, and essentially just shut the opponent down. You can also opt to side deck one copy of Artifact Dagda and one copy of Artifact Scythe for a Thunder Dragon Titan pop, or an Unchained Abomination pop, either or. So there is still some options to go first with, or you can just, you can end on like Titan IP Masquerena and stuff like that. There's options, there's things you can do. It just depends on the deck your opponent's playing and what you guys plan to do. I'm sorry guys, I'm tired. But this is going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm basically showcasing all the bad stuff, all the bad replays and stuff, and the things you really got to watch out for, the things that this deck really loses to. Because I'm not going to cap, this deck is awesome. It really gets in there if there are no floodgates involved. Floodgates are this deck's biggest problem, and I'm not just talking about things like summon limit, goes and match, and stuff like that. I'm talking about also things like Droll and Lockbird, because as you look, this deck is searching a lot. Things like Droll and Lockbird, but even more detrimental to this deck over Droll and Lockbird, it's probably likely going to be Artifact Lancia, because you're going to see just how many cards this deck really banishes. This deck banishes a lot of cards. So much so to where it's a detriment to where if you can't banish, you're not really doing anything. Because it's like, in order for this deck to really function, to really like actually play the game, you have to banish. Like, it's very unfortunate. Look at that. I shuffled back like 3 banish cards, and then I dropped more for the Arch Nemesis. So I had like 10 banish cards. Look, this is what I'm saying. Now look, there's a Lancia right off rip, right? Now, in this situation, it's not the worst, but this dude has 2 Lancias. Like, this guy's very good at the game by opening double Lancia. Must be nice to just have the best top decks, or the best opening hand for the situation. Then he top decks into a memory, for a Mech Knight, into a Girsu. And I'm just like, damn, this guy's so good at this game, right? But, here we go again. Lancia and Droll and Lockbird. It's very good at this game. But, and yeah, players will still probably come at me and be like, well, you just got outplayed. Like, dude, like, I can't even do anything. What do you mean I got outplayed? Like, if I get outplayed, that means I got outskilled, whatever. But no, this is a situation where I literally had to open Gamma, Called By, or Instafusion, or I just wasn't doing anything. That's not out. That ain't outplaying nobody. That's just stuff. That's just getting put in that kind of situation to where, like Calamities, do you have the out to this card? No? Well, I guess you're not playing. That's yeah, that's typically what happens. So, as you can see for yourself, Lancia and Droll are huge problems. So I thought it was safe. This dude's secrets for Lancia. Why does secrets have to summon anything that's not a Mech Knight? I don't know. But, you know, Lancia 3 times. 3 times. No, actually, well, in that match, it was like 4 or 5 times. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But this also demonstrates as to, and look at that, another very toxic. When I saw Subterra, I knew I was playing against a toxic deck, because Summon Limit's always involved. Summon Limit is just, oof, ooh, that card. That card needs to, oof. That card is very toxic. Very toxic. They're like, literally, you can't, if you're playing a deck with, like, any kind of speed, I'm not saying, like, it's gotta be the fastest deck, but if your deck has any kind of speed, like, at all, you're probably not going to be interacting with your opponent at all. And your opponent is going to walk all over you. Now, the summon limit by itself isn't the problem. It's always going to be backed up by something. Like, every floodgate will always be backed up by something. That's what I'm saying. Floodgates of 2021 are very problematic. But I somehow managed to come out on top with that. You know, I Chaos Emperor, I never use that effect, but this is the one time I got that effect off. See, Anti-Spell, another card that kind of removes interaction if, depending on the deck you're playing against. If it's Pendulum, it's definitely removing interaction. But if it's like Sky Strikers, it's not like the worst, because it still allows you to activate spells and play your deck, but on delayed time, which is very detrimental depending on what deck it's being played against. Like, you got Tri-Brigades on it now, so at that point it's GG's. Now keep this. We look at our hands. Our hands aren't even that good. We opened 3 Thunder Dragon cards, which is what we don't want. Well, look, now we have 4. Yeah, hands aren't even that good, but, you know, we do what we can. Let's see. How do we... Maybe that's how we get it. Whoa. My bad, man. Get off my screen. Titan, Thunder. We get the pop. And we just poke our opponent. There's that summon limit again, but hey. No sympathy for toxic players, toxic cards, toxic decks. So I don't think anybody's made me go first so far. Maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure. But we got another toxic deck here. Now, peep this, guys. Peep how many interruptions he puts up game 1. And look at my hand. My hand is not even that good. Like, or not turn 1, but what he decides to do here, he puts up an ass load of interruptions. My hand is not even that good, and we still manage to play through all of it. Now, when he gets done, I will show you just how many interruptions he has. So the only reason I wasn't even able to fully win was because my life points were not at least 2100 for a Verte effect. Now, he's got the manifestation. He's got... Peep this, guys. He's going to have 3 Hexdeus for 3 negates, right? And he's going to have a Protocol and a Solemn Judgment and a Silk. That is 5 negates, 6 interruptions, and we still play through it. That is insane. This goes to show what I've been talking about, to where if you absolutely do not lock your opponent out, stuff like this can happen to where I can still potentially just break your board and win if you absolutely do not lock me out. Like, you have no choice. You have to lock me out. And again, my hand wasn't even that good, and we still pushed through all of it. And, you know, it's insane to really think about. So he sets 3. He didn't put a monster on the board, weirdly enough. So what I decided to do, so when you get put under things like Dimension Shifter or Lancia, depending on the deck, sometimes I'm completely fine with passing if I know the threat of being OTK'd is not there, or it's very, very low. I take my chances and pass and just keep my whole hand. So we go Nightmare Phoenix, he strikes, Danger Jackalope goes through, we drop the White Dragon, he judgments, we activate Melody. And again, it's just too much. If you do not lock me out, I am going to push through everything you have. That is how this deck is designed. Now, peep this. We're going to showcase some non-interaction that's about to happen. Keep in mind, this dude drew Metaverse 2 games. 2 games, this guy gets the one-off Metaverse. Very, very good at this game. It's very insane, am I right? So this guy does put a comparable amount of interruptions on the board. Look, dude, my hand's perfect, guys. My hand is like, there's no way I'm losing with this hand until Secret Village gets put on the field. Look at this hand, guys. It's perfect. Like, I have Twisters to bait out Judgment and a Duster. A discard the Chaos, 1 Chaos Space, activate other Chaos Space, grab White Dragon, I have Melody. Like, and Triple T for Hexia. The game was over. Like, period, point blank. But of course, in a situation like this, Secret Village is on the board. So once again, Floodgates in 2021 being problematic. Completely removed interaction there. There's literally nothing I could do. So, as I said in the up here, Floodgates 2021 very problematic. But the dude is also right, as in my deck is very, very explosive. Yeah, if he did not have that Floodgate, I would 100% win that game. It didn't matter what Floodgate it was. If it wasn't Order, and it wasn't Secret Village, the game was 100% done. So this is the ugly side of the deck. Let me know what you guys think. I will come at you guys next time with the better replays. Well, that's it for me, guys. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Be sure to comment, share with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time.